Just be going through it.
And we're back.
Man, welcome back. We're talking about having healthy and unhealthy relationships with your phone.
Right. Because we filming on his phone and he picked it up.
She's like, why did you pick it up? I'm like, I don't know. But yeah, so welcome back. Welcome back. We covered
John Elway
and Butt Baby. So now we're going to cover
friendship terms and a boy that killed his parents for a party.
Okay, so
pretty deep.
Friendship terms. Check this out, man. This is how I feel. Because, I mean, I'm going through it right now. So this is how I feel. I feel like if you are a friend, there are certain criteria, standards, however you want to call it, that you should hold your friends to. You know what I mean? Y'all should be on the same page about specifics, like loyalty, like talking about each other. Like people talking, like, okay, for example, I always got a great example. Me and my brother, we was talking one time, and he was talking about my other brother, and I'm like, hey man, I don't want to hear shit about my little brother, man. I don't want to hear shit from one of my brothers about my other brother. You go talk to him. That's your brother too.
Right.
So that's why I be like, I don't want to hear none of that about nobody when they're not around. If that's the point, wait till they get around. We can talk about it with them. That's the kind of person I am. So, in order to be my friend, we have certain terms that we have to understand and levels we have to be on where it's like there's no question about it. Like, my friends are they're making me question their loyalty right now. Specific ones. Not all of them, and you know who you are. Not all of them, but certain ones are making me question their loyalty. Like, and if I have to question your loyalty, there's no reason for you to be around me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for real. Like, I've never, anybody I know, been around, hung with, kicked it with, called family, they never had to question my loyalty. They never have to. And that's what's pissing me off about it, is people are doing shit to me that they know I wouldn't do to them. They know I wouldn't do it to them. Even if somebody asked me to do it to them, I'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna do that, but I'm gonna go talk to bro about it. Like, and I'm gonna tell him you said what you said, so don't get it twisted. Like, it's just, man, you gotta, I don't know, man. I think now it's ain't nobody built like me, man. I legitimately feel that now. Like, nobody's built like me, man. Ain't nobody a friend like me. Ain't nobody loyal like me. Nobody is.
That's what you would always tell me that, babe. You used to be like, don't expect people, like, you get mad. I would get mad at people because they didn't do the things to me that I did for them. And they're like, well, people aren't you. Yeah. People don't love like you. People aren't a friend like you.
Yeah.
And that's frustrating because it's like, they're always talking about, oh, check on the strong ones because the strong ones are struggling too. We just hiding it. Or we just ain't got time to complain about it. So,
right. I just don't know, man. It's like I'm at a point right now, and I mean, I've been saying it, but at the same time, you got to think about it, man. Like I'd be like, I don't give a fuck. Like I tell them, I don't give a fuck if ain't nobody happy as long as my wife, my kids, and my mom is happy. I don't care how nobody else feel. Mm-hmm. I legitimately don't give a fuck how you feel other if you outside of them people. But there are levels of loyalty that people should uphold. Mm. Like, there's no reason I should be questioning your fucking loyalty. Like, okay, are you doing this for me, or do you have some kind of hidden agenda, or you know what I mean, or are you doing it for you? And I'm not happy about that, so you gotta excuse me because I'm really not happy about it, and I don't know how can I say that? I don't know how to deal with those emotions without fighting. If that makes sense. Because for real, I'm that pissed off to where I want to fight. Like, so, and I don't care about the fight. That ain't the thing that's bothering. The thing that's bothering me is that a person got me to that point. Mm-hmm. Like, dude, I'm literally ready to fight you over some bullshit that you said. Like, so I mean, that's why I'm like, man, you gotta set perimeters and standards. You have to set goal. You have to set.
Mm-hmm.
These are the criteria for us to kick it. This is what it is. If you go outside of this criteria, if you act any kind of fuck way, it's over.
Mm-hmm.
You have to literally do that, man, because it's like people get out of pocket and out of bounds so fucking willy nilly. Like it don't really matter to them because they feel like, oh well, I can. It don't matter. They'll be okay. Like that type shit. Like man, where the fuck is the loyalty at, man? Like where's the loyalty at? Like I don't understand it, man. And it's fucking with me, and that's why I'm really like, I don't even know. Oh, it's so fucking with me, man. Look, it's getting me in my feelings, and I'm pissed off about that because I don't feel like I did shit to deserve that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I deserve it, totally get it. I get it. If I deserve it, I get it, man. I totally understand. If it's my fault, I get it. Totally. But this is completely a situation where I wasn't even there. And it's like, well, people talking like, well, I don't know if the position, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like people talking like they would be better in the position you're in when they don't know what it took to get to that position.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's what's fucking with me. It's like, you know what I mean? Anyway,
all right.
Before I get into a rant about that, we're gonna be talking about that for about 40 minutes. But believe me, I don't like that disloyal shit. Like I don't like it.
So I heard about this story of this boy named Tyler Headley, and he was, you know, he's in high school. He's 16 years old, and you know he wasn't that popular. And he thought, well, if I throw a big party, then I'll be popular because everybody's going to come to the party and they'll know that I threw it. And da da da. But his parents were real religious, and obviously they weren't going to let him have no party there. So he had been talking about the party up until the night that he decided he was going to have the party, and he was calling his friends, and he was like, hey, you know, I want to have this party, but my parents won't let me. And he's like, well, I'm just going to kill him. I'm going to kill him, and that way we can have a party. And his friends were thinking that he's just playing, like he's just joking, because you wouldn't think that somebody would kill their parents to have a party. So he talked to like 3 or 4 of his friends, like the night or two of, or that day up to when he decided he was going to kill his parents. So then he got off the phone, you know, was texting people and stuff, and they weren't actually like saying, no, you shouldn't do that, or alerting anybody that he was talking about that. They were just encouraging him, or just like brushing it off like like he wasn't going to do it. So then he decides, while his mom is sitting at the computer, that he's just going to whack her upside the head with the hammer. Kills his mother. His father comes trying to save his mother, and she ends up killing him. He ends up killing him. Then he puts them both in their bedroom, and like moves furniture and stuff in there, trying to like get the furniture that had gotten soiled with blood, but not realizing there's blood all over the house because he couldn't get all of it. Because if anybody knows about a hammer, when you hit something that has blood on it with an object, and you pull that object back, it's going to fling the blood all over the place in places that you wouldn't even think it would be at. So he had a party. So after he did all that, he still had to party. And there was blood on the floor. There was blood on the wall. There was blood all over the furniture. They were even playing beer pong, and the ball from the beer pong fell in the blood. And they just wiped it off. Because it was brown by then. Because you know, well, if you don't know, but blood doesn't, I mean, it comes out red, but then when it dries, because it has copper in it, it gets darker. Or iron. Is it iron or copper? Whatever. And so he has the party, and everybody's there. And then when he gets done with the party, his friend's like, well, his friend gets to the party, his friend's like, oh, how did you have the party? I thought you were going to kill your parents. You didn't really kill your parents, did you? He was like, yeah, I'll show you. And he showed his parents in the bedroom.
Dead as hell.
Dead. So then they ended up, eventually people started calling, and the cops came and everything, and he did admit it. Like, he obviously, like, he couldn't, like, get away from it. Like, obviously, he was the one that did it. So that's crazy. Like, parents, if you're a parent out there, we have to do better. You have to do better. Your kids have to understand that that's not the choice to make. Like, how How would you think that would be the right for a 3-hour party? He killed his parents, so he's gonna go to life in prison for a 3-hour party.
Yeah. And that comes directly with raising your kids. But then I don't know, because then that's like, it comes down to the person for real. Cause
Yeah.
I mean, like, well, me and you, we both got siblings, and like,
Yeah.
your sister totally different than you, and my brother and my sisters is totally different than me. Like, and we were all raised by the same people.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of this story I read or whatever. So it was like, so the two boys, they grew up. They was like, you know what I mean? They had a alcoholic, abusive father, fucked him up or whatever. So the kids got older. One of them became like real known, very well known. He got money and all that. And then his brother, like, he was fucked up. So they went to both of them. Like, the one was an alcoholic, one was very successful. So they asked both of the boys. He said, first he asked the successful son, he was like, what did you do to get successful? He said, I watched my dad. They asked the other boy, hey, what did you do to become an alcoholic and not successful? He said, I watched my dad. So you see what I'm saying? It just depends on what you're looking at and what you're looking for and what you get out of everything.
Well, and the boy, like, he also had like issues with like I think he had some medical issues, so he had issues with gaining weight, so then he lost weight, so he was going through that whole peer pressure thing, the whole teenage thing that everyone goes through when you're high school. If you're not perfectly Ken and Barbie doll, then people treat you different. But that's the thing. I feel like it's important as parents that you teach your kids that other people's opinion doesn't matter. How you view yourself, that's what matters.
That's what matters.
That's the only thing that matters, because when it comes down to you, you're the only one that should matter, because you're the only one that can control how you behave.
And you're the only one with you 24 hours a day, 7 days.
You should be your biggest cheerleader.
And your biggest critic. And your biggest fan. And your biggest supporter. And your biggest encourager. And your biggest motivator. You should be all of that.
Yeah, because you're the only one that knows you the best. And I know high school sucks, but it's like, I don't think murder is the right idea.
Yeah, no, it definitely ain't.
And it blows my mind that somebody could do that. Like, you would harm someone, 2 people, and then just go on like, hey, party at my crib.
Yeah.
DM for deets.
Right.
The fuck? Who does that? Who does?
Yeah, man.
It blows my mind.
Yeah, man.
It blows my mind.
Man, so this has been great talk. Join us next episode.
Mixing up the topics.
Yeah, we mixing up some stuff. We gonna have something for y'all though. So yeah, and we'll come up with something like a little what would you call it? Like a homework assignment?
Yeah, like call to action.
Yeah, call to action. We get something for y'all to do to either build yourself or build your relationship or something to build. You know what I mean? Something. So we can find all that out. So yeah, man, great talk, man. Y'all have a great one out there, man.
And you gotta do this Saturday Mayor TV, girl.
Yeah, and you know what I mean? I'm thinking, hold on, man, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else I gotta put in before I do that.
Oh.
Yeah, so man, that's it. Yeah, y'all have a great one out there. Y'all stay blessed and breathing. And man, we'll get at y'all next time, man. And oh yeah, this is Happily Married TV. Black and white version. And we off pause over here. You see that? Yeah, we off pause over here.